So welcome back to another Starfield video, and this time I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm attempting to build my own ship, and it's turned out pretty cool actually. In this video I'm going to show you how I built it, and then we're going to give it a test run later on, maybe a battle. This ship cost around about 100,000 to build, so yeah, not that much. I've come to Aquila City to build my brand new spaceship, and right next to the entrance is a shop. This is where you can buy parts and also build your spaceship. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with a hab, obviously, because this is going to be the main foundation for everything. And I want to keep this ship quite white. Don't want to go for like a dark colour. I might add some colourful colours in there later on. But this cockpit that I'm using is quite a popular one, for good reason. I have actually looked on the inside on a video that I watched, and yeah, it looks wicked. And yeah, at the moment I'm just placing various hubs in different places just to get an idea of the main structure of the whole thing. And the idea for this ship is, it's not going to be amazing, it's just a change basically. If you're bored with the original spaceship that you start with and you just want something that looks different, this build's probably ideal for you. And yeah, if you don't want to buy a ship either, this is the video for you. And as I said, it cost around about 100,000 to build. And yeah, I feel like it looks pretty cool. There is one positive to this ship though. The cargo is much better. I think I upgraded it to about 800, but the weapons are still pretty much standard, similar to the original one, but we'll test them out later on. I think a couple of them are different, but in terms of power, it's still very much the same. So most of my content on Starfield is based on the outpost building, so I thought I'd just give spaceship building a go actually. And yeah, this is my first ever ship that I've built, and you're watching it live right now. I am aware of a few glitches that can make your ship look even better, but for my first build I didn't want to overcomplicate it, so I'm pretty much doing everything as standard. But I will be trying out some of these glitches for a later spaceship video. So those structural modules that I've put on the side, the fins that kind of go outwards, they're quite popular and for good reason. They kind of just mould the whole structure into a really cool kind of ship basically. It really puts that curvature on it and gives it that aerodynamic look. And yeah, as you can see, it's already looking like a proper spaceship right now. In terms of size, comparing it with the original spaceship that you start with, I'd say this one's very much wider, but in terms of like depth, it's very much similar. What I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to figure out a way to give a curvature to everything. But these I found in the structural tab, and they look pretty cool. We can pretend that they're guns, but they're not really guns, but if they were, they look powerful. Right, so I think I want to put a landing bay in now. And I don't want a wide one, I want like a thin one. I think the original one will do actually. It's not that expensive either. And I'm trying to figure out what position I want it in. I don't think I want it too close to the cockpit. I think that is a bit too close, so yeah, I'm moving it back one more. I think that looks fine. Right, I'm going to start doing the engines now, and it's going to be a bit overkill, but this is the kind of look that I want to go for. Now, I'm quite a low level in terms of shipbuilding, so I'm very limited to what I can buy. So these standard jets will do, but I still like them. They look pretty cool actually. Now it's time for a decent reactor. I want to spend a bit of money on it, and we'll tuck it underneath there. Let's quickly have a look at our to-do list. I think I'm going to add some cargo now, because there's a space next to the reactor either side that's a perfect spot for my cargo. And I want to spend a bit more on cargo because I feel like 400 isn't enough, so I kind of want to double it. So we'll put one either side, we'll flip that the right way around. And yeah, it's completely hidden, you wouldn't see that. Now for a grav drive, and I want to put one bang in the middle here, but I don't like that one, I want a bit of a front to it, so one of these will have to do. A bit more expensive, but that's fine. It completes the look that I want, and yeah, that looks 10 times better. I've still got a gap in between the engine and the grav drive, so I'm going to use these structural modules just to fill that space. And yeah, that looks pretty cool as well. Now it's time to put some landing gear, and these are my favourite. They don't look too bulky, they're just like little legs basically. And I think I'm going to need quite a few of them, so we'll do 2 on the front next to the landing bay. And we'll put 2 around the sides here. I might need to put one in the middle as well, depends on the to-do list. But yeah, we'll put one there, another one there, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. Looking at my list, yeah, I do need one more landing gear, so yeah, we'll put one in the middle, but it still looks good. I'm going to put down some fuel tanks now, so I'm going to delete these habs, and I want to place them in there. I kind of want to hide them. I don't want to put them on the outside or anything. So we'll buy these big ones and put them either side. And yeah, that looks pretty hidden. And we'll put something on top of that later probably. And I want to get rid of these because I've decided I don't like them anymore. We're going to replace them with the habs. And then we're going to cone it off with something structural. These will do. We'll put one of these either side. And yeah, there's some other bits and pieces that I want to change. These fins on the side I want to flip upside down because I feel like it gives it a better look. It makes it look less heavy. And I want to put some more fins above the cockpit here, and then these bottom ones I want to flip these as well. And the difference with that, I just feel like it looks 10 times better. At the top here I'm going to get rid of this big hab because I want to add some structural stuff just to change the look a bit more. And yeah, I feel like that improves the look of it as well. Looking at my to-do list, it looks like some of my modules are unattached. So let's check this. I think it's those fuel tanks that are causing the problem. So we'll delete those and see if this fixes the issue. We'll put another hab down. And we'll check again. Yeah, it was those fuel tanks that caused the issue. That's a bit of a bummer, man. I wanted to hide them, so we're going to have to figure out something. I'm just going to use the one fuel tank now, and I'm going to place it above everything, along with that structural module that I put down. The last thing I have to do is a docker and some weapons, so we'll put a docker in. I'm going to move this forward and place it above here. I feel like it gives it a bit more structure up there actually. But those metal bars that we originally used for the top, I want to put on the wings either side, and we'll flip each end cap. I just feel like that improves the overall look as well. The legs there are sticking out a bit, so we'll move those back. That's better. And underneath, I feel like it needs a little something, so we're going to put some structure underneath as well. These will do. It kind of cones it off nicely, either side. Yeah, that looks better. Oh, and I almost forgot, I need a shield generator. And I do like the look of this one, so I'm going to put it right on the top because I can't really figure out anywhere else I want to put it. And you're only allowed one as well. And the last thing to do are weapons. And I didn't want to spend too much on weapons because I wanted to keep the budget low. So it's very much your standard. We're going to go for lasers on the front as well. And we can't miss out on the missiles, so I'm going to put these underneath the cockpit. That looks pretty good. And I'm going to delete these now because, yeah, I feel like it makes it look a bit too bulky. Tell me what you guys think. Should I have kept that? Just finishing up allocating the weapons, and we're pretty much done now. Thank you for watching the build, and I forgot to mention you can actually change how it looks like inside your habs, and you can do this in build mode. There are options for it. So before we go on that battle test, I'm going to give you a quick tour around the place and show you how I decorated it. If you're enjoying the video so far, please be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the tour. So everything's on one level, and I've decided to turn the first room into the armory, and I thought it'd make sense because as it's next to the entrance, I wanted to be as close as possible to weapons, so if you had to leave the ship for any reason, you can kind of just grab the guns on your way out. I've put lots of decorations down that I can put down. There's not really a build mode inside the ship, so you got to rely on just dropping stuff and placing it here and there. I do like this cockpit, but the only downside is there's not many tables to place decorations. So let's show you around. I've put odd bits and pieces on the floor here just to fill the space. And this hub is like the workstation. This is where you got workbenches and a little living area as well. And you'd be surprised the amount of stuff I've actually put in here. You probably can't notice it because there are stuff that's already in here, but I have put a lot of decorations in here. Just little bits of detail here and there. But yeah, this is one of my favourite rooms of the ship. There's so much going on in there. But the rooms in between the actual rooms, it's a bit empty. It's the only downside to them. And this is the living quarters. A couple of chairs there. I didn't put them down, they were already there. I've basically just put actual items on the tables. We've got a kitchen area, a little dining table, And there's a home gym as well. That was quite surprising when I walked in. We've got plenty of beds on this ship. Enough for everyone. But yeah, that's the tour finished now, so let's go test this baby out and look for a fight. Thank you very much for watching my video. I always appreciate you guys watching my content. Consider subscribing if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.